But she knew he'd hate that. So when both children are hanging in the basement.
It's one of the most heartbreaking and incomprehensible crimes. A mother taking the life of her own child.
What's going on there?
I killed them. I killed both of them.
You killed both of them?
Yeah.
It goes against everything we believe about motherhood, love, and protection.
All those that I've hurt, especially my children, I am deeply sorry.
Yet these tragic cases remind us that darkness can exist where we least expect it.
I just found something in my garage. I think it's a miscarriage.
Can you be more specific? What do you mean by a miscarriage you found?
I have no idea. Just please send an officer up here.
In part 3 of our series, we continue to uncover the devastating stories of moms who killed their own children. Part 3. Stephanie Bilecki's case is a chilling tale of infanticide that unfolded over 2 years in Fairbanks, Alaska. In September 2015, Bilecki, then known as Stephanie LaFountain, called emergency services claiming her 4-month-old daughter wasn't breathing. The child's death was initially attributed to sudden infant death syndrome. 2 years later, in November 2017, history repeated itself when she reported her 13-month-old daughter was unresponsive. This time, suspicions were raised. Investigators discovered a disturbing pattern in Bilecki's internet search history just before her second daughter's death. She had looked up phrases like ways to suffocate, 16 steps to kill someone and not get caught, and how to commit the perfect murder. The case took a turn when authorities reopened the investigation into the 2015 death. Medical examiners found both girls had died from lack of oxygen, consistent with suffocation. Stephanie was arrested in August 2018, charged with the murders of both her daughters. In a surprising twist, prosecutors revealed Bilecki had also searched for ways to kill pets, and several animals in her care had died under suspicious circumstances over the years. In July 2024, Bilecki pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder. On December 9, 2024, she was sentenced to 130 years in prison, with 85 years suspended. She will serve 45 years before being eligible for release. In the early hours of May 23, 2009, Amanda Stott-Smith committed an act that would shock Portland, Oregon. The 31-year-old mother drove her 2 young children, 7-year-old Trinity and 4-year-old Eldon, to the Selwood Bridge. In a moment of despair, she dropped them over 90 feet into the frigid Willamette River below. 40 minutes after screams pierced the night, rescue boats pulled the children from the icy waters. Trinity miraculously survived, but little Eldon did not. As the story unfolded, a complex picture emerged of a troubled woman caught in a toxic marriage. Amanda's relationship with her husband Jason was described by many as manipulative and controlling. She had been spiraling for years, struggling with mental health issues and feelings of isolation. In the aftermath, Amanda attempted to take her own by trying to jump from a parking garage. She was arrested and later sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 35 years. Trinity, the surviving child, was separated from her mother's family. Amanda's grandmother, Jackie, shared her family's story in hopes that people would understand the path that led to that fateful night on the bridge, while also leaving a record of love for Trinity. On June 4, 2023, exactly 14 years after her crime, Amanda Stott-Smith was found dead in her cell at Coffee Creek Correctional Facility. She was 45 years old. The cause of her death was not announced. In September 2019, A horrific crime shook the small community of Albany Township, Pennsylvania. Lisa Snyder, a 36-year-old mother, committed an unthinkable act that would forever change the lives of those around her. Snyder's two children, 8-year-old Connor and 4-year-old Brinley, were found hanging from a dog leash in the basement of their home. The children were rushed to the hospital but tragically died 3 days later. Initially, Snyder claimed her son had been bullied and wanted to die, taking his sister with him. However, as investigators dug deeper, a disturbing truth emerged. They discovered Snyder had purchased the dog leash used in the hangings just a day before the incident. Her internet search history revealed queries about death methods and how to kill someone. She had even watched episodes of a true crime series called I Almost Got Away with It. The prosecution painted a picture of a calculated killer, while the defense argued that her history of mental health issues and past trauma had led to a psychotic break. In the end, the judge found the evidence overwhelming. In September 2024, Lisa Snyder was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder. The following month, she was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole, plus additional time for child endangerment and evidence tampering. Connor and Brinley's older brother, just 17 at the time of their deaths, called Snyder a monster he no longer considered his mother. As Lisa begins her life behind bars, 2 young lives cut tragically short serve as a haunting reminder of the unfathomable depths of human behavior. Megan Huntsman's case shocked the quiet community of Pleasant Grove, Utah, when it came to light in April 2014. Over a decade, from 1996 to 2006, Huntsman gave birth to 7 babies in secret. 6 of these newborns she murdered within minutes of their birth, either by strangulation or suffocation. The 7th, she claimed, was stillborn. The horrific truth was uncovered when Huntsman's estranged husband, Darren West, discovered a small white box in their garage containing a decomposing infant's body.
It sounds like you may need medical.
It's been wrapped up in a plastic bag and it stinks.
Okay, what is it?
It's a little baby.
As police investigated, Huntsman admitted to killing multiple babies, leading to the discovery of 6 more bodies hidden in various containers. Huntsman, a heavy methamphetamine user, claimed she was too messed up on meth to care for the children. Shockingly, she managed to conceal these pregnancies from family and friends, who assumed she had merely gained weight. What makes this case even more perplexing is that Huntsman had 3 living daughters, 2 born before the killing spree and 1 during it, who were raised normally. There were seemingly several missed opportunities by officials to catch the mother over the course of her decade of killing. In 2005, federal agents searched the home for drugs, but missed the hidden bodies. A year later, an anonymous report about Huntsman's drug use went uninvestigated. In February 2015,
they found a second baby.
Oh, there's more. Hey, I'm sorry. I have hit every one of them, and he had to have known I was pregnant through most of them.
Huntsman pleaded guilty to 6 counts of first-degree murder. She was sentenced to 6 life terms, with a minimum of 30 years before parole eligibility. Now serving her time in Utah State Correctional Facility, Huntsman's first parole hearing is set for 2064, when she'll be 89 years old. Monica McCarrick's case in 2010 sent shockwaves through Fairfield, California. The 28-year-old mother committed an unthinkable act that forever changed many lives. She killed her 3-year-old twin daughters, Lily and Tori Ball, with a samurai sword, believing she was saving them from a fate worse than death. After the murders, McCarrick attempted to cover up her crimes by setting fire to their apartment. She then turned the sword on herself in a failed attempt. Neighbors, alerted by the smoke, called emergency services, leading to the discovery of the gruesome scene. Among the first responders was a fireman who was one of the first to enter the apartment. The traumatic scene he encountered that day left an indelible mark on his psyche. This firefighter, unable to shake the horrors he witnessed, ultimately decided to retire from his profession. Even years later, he continues to struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, as a result of that fateful day. As the case unfolded, a complex picture emerged of a troubled woman caught in the grip of severe mental illness and substance abuse. McCarrick's defense team argued that she was not guilty by reason of insanity, presenting evidence of her long-standing struggles with depression, psychosis, and methamphetamine use. Despite testimony from mental health professionals supporting the insanity plea, the jury found McCarrick guilty. She was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Lily and Tori Ball, innocent victims of their mother's madness, were robbed of their chance to grow up, laugh, and experience life's joys. Rest in peace, little angels. Your short lives will not be forgotten, and may your story drive us to better protect all children from harm. These cases leave us questioning how something so unnatural and horrifying could ever happen. The pain, betrayal, and unanswered questions linger far beyond the crime itself. What could drive a mother to commit such unspeakable acts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and share any cases you think we should cover in future episodes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more gripping stories from the world of true crime.